friends, to my kitchen once again. Today I'm going to do a recipe that I came across in my mother-in-law's cookbooks. I had never tried them, and I want to see what they taste like, so I'm going to make them. It is queijadas de laranja. It is queijadas of orange queijadas. So that's what I'm going to do today. And in here I have 1 cup of butter. Of course, leave it to the Portuguese. I have a cup of sugar. They ask 1.5 cups. I cut the sugar by half. Some vanilla, zest of 2 oranges, baking powder, and some salt, some eggs, orange juice, and 1.5 cups of flour. So I'm going to start by beating my flour, my butter with my sugar. Yeah, I love trying these recipes, and I hadn't seen that recipe before. And I was just going through that cookbook, and I saw that, and I thought, I'm going to try and see what they taste like. They look yummy. So, I always like to try something sweet and brighten up my in-laws' favorites. Something sweet. So I'm going to keep beating this until it's all combined and creamy and it's not grainy. You don't want that sugar to be grainy. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time and beat it. These are eggs for my chickens. Those chickens keep laying eggs. I'll just keep beating this. I'm going to beat this for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add my lemon zest and my vanilla. I happen to have oranges, so that's what made me think, oh, I got to try this. So I'm going to beat this. Oh, that smell of oranges. And I guess you could substitute for something else, orange, lemon, but this one happened to be orange. So I'm going to mix my baking powder, baking soda into my flour, and I'm going to stir that to make sure it's combined well. And I'm going to alternating putting flour and orange juice. You know, when we were kids, who didn't love to lick in one of these beaters? Today, nobody wants it. I remember as kids, we used to fight. If it wasn't the spoon, it would be the beater. I want to make sure I get all that lemon zest, because it gets stuck in the beater. And I don't want to waste none of that. I need that lemon zest in there. I mean, orange zest, not lemon. Keep making mistakes here. I already butter my pans. I'm using muffin pans. The cupcakes. Okay, so I'm going to make sure all this is combined. Get all those flecks of orange. You leave me in a comment if you ever made this, because I'm curious to see how this how it's supposed to look, the batter. So I preheat my oven, and I'm gonna use my ice cream scooper. It's a smaller scoop, and I'm gonna scoop one on each, and then if there's more, I'll go back. Because it says it's supposed to give me 2 dozen, but I don't need 2 dozen, so I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger and less. But it looks very buttery. Well, a cup of butter, it's gotta be good. And then I forgot to take it out, but I need some crystallized sugar or raw sugar. But we put that towards the end so it doesn't melt, it stays on top. I love mixed stuff like this. I save some of these for my customer tomorrow. I have a gentleman that I bake for, and he loves these baked stuff, especially the Portuguese, because he's not used to the Portuguese stuff. He's amazed how good it tastes. It is Italian, so. Well, see, maybe one more. I butter all 24, but I don't need them all 24 queijadas. Notice that this batter is kind of a little bit more dense than a normal queijada. So, we'll see. We'll see how this comes out. Can't waste anything. These were the kind of things that when we were home and we wanted to make, and my mom wouldn't let us because there was not enough ingredients for what she wanted and what we wanted. Sprinkle some raw sugar on top. There's some that are the clear, the crystallized sugar, but I didn't have that, so I have the raw sugar. Kind of gives more the same thing. The only thing is the crystallized, it gives a shine, a better shine than this. But that's why I always say Portuguese recipes always has too much sugar inside, and then you put this on top, it's like, yikes. I always cut the sugar because it's too much sugar. Here there is. All right, friends, here it is, my queijadas laranja. They are so fluffy and so light. I shouldn't have put the sugar at the beginning, before I went put in the oven. You put the sugar after they're baked, the last 2 minutes. It took about 12 minutes. So about 10 minutes into the baking, you put the sugar, because otherwise I guess disappear, which it is this case, so I had to put it. But look at this. And look how fluffy. They smell like orange. I want a small one. And look how fluffy. They smell like orange. I want a small one. Oh, look at this. I'm glad I cut that sugar, because with that sugar on top, they're just right. This is like in the afternoon, and they were fast. and didn't take a lot of ingredients, but with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, have some friends over, perfect. It's perfect time. It's afternoon in here, and this was a perfect pick-me-up that I needed. It's like sponge. Nothing like a queijada. I look at queijada is more dense. Not this. This is like very light queijada. So good. With a cup of coffee. Ideal. Here it is, another recipe, very easy. Don't remember my mom making it, but probably she did. I have no clue. But I just found this in my mother-in-law's cookbook, and I wanted to try it. So, and I did. And I'm glad that I found it. This is my mother-in-law's cookbook. This is over 90 years old. And I was just going through it, looking for recipes, and I found this. This was handwritten by her mother. This is over 100 years old. And there is just different recipes in here. And it says, from Odelia Manish, that's Odelia, my mother-in-law's mom. My mother-in-law is in 88, 89, and this was from her mother. I treasured this cookbook. So anyway, I'm gonna go look through it to see if there's anything else more I can show you. I came across one recipe that I think I'm gonna do a video on it, because I have been looking for one and I didn't even know she had it. So anyway, so give it a try to this cupcake for your next get together or next, family event. These make, and like I said, one recipe makes 24. I should have stick with the 24 because some of them, they were too puffed up and they were hard to get out. So don't overfill them, because then you can't get them out. That was my mistake too. But I didn't want 24 queijadas. This is good enough. I'm going to share this with my in-laws, maybe my sister, and we'll see who else, the rest. So anyway, give it a try, this recipe. Give me some thumbs up. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all your comments, all your suggestions, all your inputs that you make my heart warm when I go read all those comments. And I am so pleased that I'm reaching to so many of you with recipes that you remember, or your grandparents had it, your parents had it, but over the years nobody has, of course, recipes. So I'm glad that I can bring this to you. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to click the bell so you can be notified when I put videos. And until next time, let's get cooking. Bye-bye.